artists no they we be asisi so from your side and then na mo fam woni bullet mo ye dwuma che into no all this years then mo ya say that team issue ye the baby hu na yenkoso a new song and mo ye interview into mo na ya baby say mo de mo ni challenge bia na.
Okay, yeah, I can say anything with any challenge. But make I say, my baby TV I say, as Oba, I was so I was so who said, oh, Oba. Okay. What you say? I dare bear my bet me, I know. Oba, Ubenya challenges. I was so who said, as no Bema and a snow Oba artist. Even Pusha, the one I miss if a boy and now. To me, who say, your differences be brave emotionally. Yeah, I mean, Bible reference say weaker vessels. What you say? We share, emotionally, mentally. I mean, you cannot be compared to Bema. It's so person you wage matter say Bema. I was say we are the okay emotions. Now it's me challenge you so that you be on the same platform. Then I make us because then I want to say be my name boss. You such challenges near because. My management team be almost my sister number 1 me oba into semi complain ni crampa and as say nema bi wo ho na say me bra omunya abotre eyeden etimase so that omo betimi ne mananti on the same pace. Okay. Now omo push me say if I have to work extra harder omo wo how omo ne eyeden ekasa what you say because omo beti ase say me oba and ebia the race abema de bekono me oba no se me pese me drew her how I was in the year juma esifa eh nti ne yes
to be kasa ono man nanti achenti say
ya beti e ho ase
what was
yes am beti ase someone your ban na e juma nti no
and they were lucky beginning na one person na
nyame adom yes
Miss B bonitrinko Miss B Davi bonitrinko Davi will experience bebre I think say or can no candy too wow me for say young artists be awo by us and me permanent na minya bina and na winya binu na I mean and then you may a conversation no me if you akoma me edi into wa otifie no o fa no afemu abaye Miss V ye nim from links and na woni wo mu ye adwuma che and na koba say also ko anim but tell ho one kasa wo label say me boa
team management team and your label
team
yes
one form and say unim nya wo yento metawachi into here label na be my
I'm Raji Munya showbiz 360 IB version
Mara kuku no
the tree is killing me okay into make up for
but my tree no not man what esa na affect
na kakra kan
Mr. Traman, what?
Okay, so please ask me the question again.
Me person me tell say wo de ye nimu from links. Uno mu tsna che. Uno mu ye djuma che.
Okay.
And ekoba say we free ho. What ko wanim. Say contract na wo. Say wo ye say ye before whatever. What free ho.
Yes.
The new Miss V no e wo team a ono mu nam say.
Yes.
Uni label.
Debbie.
Name team.
Yes.
Oh yeah, why did to move so?
Yes.
Okay, and now for saying
TMV, Team Miss V, and you're so different from me being at Links because at Links, you had different people playing different roles. It is really the same thing. I have different people playing the same roles, so that the work is not so much on me. And see, the difference is not much at all,
No, me pato. Level be approaching since.
Oh, I have had offers. I've had offers from the States. I've had offers from Ghana here. I've had different offers, but I like that I'm on my own.
I didn't try.
There's nothing more beautiful than working and seeing it evolve and be great. And I like this feeling. And see, I don't want to change it for anything. You never know. Maybe I would like to sign up with somebody or create my own label, but for now, I like that I'm on my own.
Wow. I was for Arnold. My phone when they share send your kind. Say, oh your ba na a juma we upesa we ya. Also mium. To survive no he has obeyed juma 3 times.
Yeah.
Obey no. was a double extra.
Yeah.
When the me was so cancer. And you may say what here and commodie akwa to say obia person gina na so as oba now.
I mean, first of all, you notice a business. And I do not think anybody will want to go into any business venture and say so or papa. And so you must attach some level of hard work, dedication, and commitment to some business now. Once you have some mindset, no idea, it means and so double up. However, no, all over the world, when it comes to the music industry, man, or minority, into underrepresented. So, for example, if you near for the top 20 songs are a make it here in Ghana, maybe you be 3, maybe there 17 or 16. Even recording if you are near call into labels or management teams. I mean, how many women are handling record labels? Offer or more respective management teams are in my and what teams in. So on all devices in the music industry, a man ever form in terms of common numbers, and because of more numbers were formed, representation also form. So for example, you have VGM, you have list of artists on the performing. We won't say member know your best 5 in my 2. And it cuts across almost every high-profile show. Ghana Miss Nigeria, for example, almost every edition their name and does the same man. So, born out of the numbering. It's because of numbers, disparity in the doors, every side of the way they are divided. They are almost a man or form. Like she said, sometimes and the way so you picture man, it's a more double up because mind you, they've been engineered differently. Say me manage Bema, that's not the same style I may manage your bar. Because of Bema, the boxer shorts are not. I mean, with me crack boot without brushing the teeth and all that stuff. But because of Obano, they've been almost faculties in a different, you cannot handle Obano in terms of managing the same way you handle Bema. That's what I say. So understanding is a key. Because you need to understand Obano mood.
Say no, I need a labels, and as a management, and
it's a problem. And it's only a problem for Ghana.
And I'm not making a problem. So
a worldwide thing now. Can I even put Ghana, Hong Kong, Africa, crime, mad do saying, and it's me because I was say, Ubetia say, of a man in Mema, Yenyape. Yenyape. You bet me. I one result, but a choir of Barney Befas would do something persona Beman about I was so killing the woman in you. So because I also killing the woman in you, and my comfortability, your panhoto, your baby cry, your honamno, and you're weaker than a bear, my bread. Even for the whole month, 30 days, 5 days or 7 days, cry menstrual cramps scrubber. Ma, when you say yeah, easy
at all.
And but remember, normal 30 days, no, they are always fine. And imagine 7 days, no, mood swings. Ubu akra, ude on sakra be kind cry. She say it's in a mental, it's me the mental breakdown crab. What you say? And to saw your ban up so do something. So I suit me kill it. Sometimes why you see or you cry, suit me still to me the kobo show. It was because what could Jessica also call?
Yeah.
I was so to me recording. Into I respect. That's why I respect as like me respect your baby or your sage mode because it's easy to be a woman.
And nobody respect you.
Hey, me respect because I used to watch Miss V in Sean. Time I'm in Germany and I'm in Yambe when they say. And a privilege to be sitting here on the same platform with them. This shows how far I'm doing. So I'm always grateful. Mommy, even put to sit with you, hey, like, you understand what you are saying, of course, but then I still appreciate the work. And yet, easy, Mommy, you've been doing this for so many years.
Amazing.
What you are saying, and to say, when the member, when you didn't say, Bemana, pray for one thing. I was a member respecting my mom who said, baby, what about Bedruno? And your man was so sacrificing. And yet, HSA, it's not easy.
All right, you share advantages and disadvantages. Say, when or bar, when male manager, my mechanism, because management, they are not to me, your man, you know, she said, but overall, boss, do I know tie member. What be sharing you guys have been through it. And remember na muno ma ye adwuma no a. Obi hwen sesia na ofu say be me bi na wanya no all manage no a. Ishon, efuto be na obe start e dia manipa because you have been a victim. I don't think say we are happy to say this is what you've been through, this is what you've been through.
Yeah.
So be here sesia ufu said then advantages be no benya so ne be me ye adwuma. And the disadvantages will be to me about along the line.
For me personally, Queen dear, make I say it all boils down to intiasie.
Okay.
Say more that intiasie any odoma mo ho advantages no baby brain, my disadvantages number 4. Nti ni na revolves around love, understanding, commitment, hard work, everything that Queen Bobo Bosono, any Mr. Arnold Bobo Bosono. So if you have those things, I believe there wouldn't be much challenge. For me, I don't want to go deep inside, that issue, but my advice say obi BIB or per se or under any label, especially Oba. Say mo bin share contract in the mouth. Mo bin share contract in the mouth. Thank you. I say mo bin share contractor or a legal person.
I love that smell. Oh, it's very natural.
Or a legal person or say, the legal system and I say, obeshuma and yes, who cause who with your saying. You as it is, when you look through the contract, niaubehuno ntiasie no wo ano
okay.
Mpachawati ase ano nti enye will say there's anything to it, but it's deeper than niawo already sa no.
Oh, okay.
Nti just a legal person be ehunu abecha say this is what it actually means. Ties be bo when just say aye crisscross. And it's entangled and it's related to so many things. And if you don't have the requisite acumen to understand it, you do not. If you're not a legal person, only legal person, I want to legal things more. Unti nyamestre say the first thing to me a disadvantage is a contract. So be be ide ashama no atiase. Otiase we nso so na ka say wait in the future I don't think say a be issue e be na issue. Because usually when you want to do music as a passion, there's nothing else to do. Like you don't have any option. But what goes school maybe another option, to me other businesses, now you okay. Your number one career would not be music.
Okay, but
it will be something on the side that you're doing that you have love and passion for, and you go into it and love it and do it anytime you can do it. Exactly. But then if it's something that you solely want to do, that's the only thing you want to do, and you are really serious about it, then you have to be ready to get somebody to properly hold your hand and help you through your legal documents.
Before a quick one on your kind. Okay. Good point. But I believe it goes beyond just having an understanding about legal terms. First and foremost, so you're a musician, you should understand the music language. Because over the period, contractual issues about those who are industrial.
Yeah.
So in as much as you would have to get a legal counsel to actually go through the contract with you, what artists your responsibility is to understand the business language. Because mind you, contracts a music language. For example, royalties. Royalties will be your percentage say, and so all the artists you must understand what royalties is all about. Distribution. Also okay. Onion may distribute not only in Ghana, maybe in Africa, or maybe Maton distribution rights to somebody in Abuche. What artists you should be able to understand that music language now. Before a legal counsel no be bim. So it's important for every artist if this business venture now become one, have time and study the business. And then the languages are a better business now. Otherwise, then Because one to me consider business language now, then how would you even to get the legal nuances that surround the contract? And he said, well, what about twice?
Yeah.
Hey, now want to brofo.
Yeah,
the idea better.
Yeah, into the maker say you need counsel. No, you be a manager, wow. Because I had then a baby I want to say.
Yeah.
Personally, no, I didn't sign any contract. We were just working together, but usually, no, you need a contract. Okay. And he said, if you're looking out for yourself as a musician, whether new or existing one or old, they are, try and then speak to your manager, whoever is handling you, no, to contract and
only management, no. It was a verbal contract, and I'm going start here.
Not really.
One sign.
Yan signing. Yan cancel say verbally no. Yes, sign a contract.
That didn't. I want to see na.
And I make no. Nyama baby wa. I was say utumeti ase. But should there any options sir? You think that is your only option as a music is your only when you're for. That's the only thing you think you can do to make ends meet, to make profits, to eat from, to have to earn a living. Exactly.
To be known, seen.
Thank you. And when you are known and seen, you are always picturing yourself, imagining yourself on billboards. Oh, even people, which means you're earning even more money, right? Yeah. And so the fame and the money, everything comes together to give you that hope in the future.
Yeah, yeah.
I think me personally, I had a very hard time coming to the way say I'm letting go of my privacy, because privacy so I took a whole year. Yes. Oh, okay. It is something that meaning say I want to do. I have the voice, I have the passion, I want to do. But the only thing that I do not want is the fame. You lose all your sense of privacy. You lose it. I took a whole year to sensitize myself.
Oh, okay.
And I made to me the year. It was a challenge for me.
It was a challenge.
Yeah,
for you.
yeah.
Wow. Shay, would there white not be far comfort for all this while?
Yeah.
Understanding with management and what you can cast or someone once. What that was a contract paper one. Yeah. Only bullet to all these years. Yes. And we'll be sharing
yes.
One out here.
There were lawyers from both his side and from my side. We had witnesses.
And only bullet war contract, a paper contract.
Oh,
lawyers
yes. Oh yes, and my mom was also a witness. Bulletin so cover witness plus your lawyers. Until there, once make us a bullet why you be paying. I mean, from our late sister Ebony, our experience, I was signing my way now. Make us say,
church,
and you might be brave. And NTSS and your mechanical rights, name distribution royalties, yes, and or the miracle and Crophobi like almost to chair me as yes. So it's like it's a whole project.
That you ever cast when the shake all these years on the bullet, I bullet a sissino.
It's never going to happen. It's never I'm really favored and privileged. Like me record label and as me boss be like I mean, Bullet has been in this industry for over 20 years now. Into and into mid-America nyamiado.
All right. Yeah. My name is Natural Girl V.
Yeah.
Medican Casone. One label year, Juma for a long time now.
About 8 years. About 7, 8 years.
7, 8 years now. Free hall. More contract in a year now. The free hall. And I say there were some disadvantages we buy. And who said I have my sign here. I have my mistake. And Matana, my chair. I think the business in Simeko.
First contract, I signed it for 5 years, and then we renewed again.
Okay.
The 2 times I didn't have representation. But I signed the contract, and that was where I was naive. But I signed and I worked with a really professional team. But I left because I wanted to leave. It wasn't because of anything personal. I just wanted to leave. It's like Uko schooler. You want to graduate and go to another place. Even in your job, you try different things. Sometimes when you're in one place for a long time, it can get very boring. It can get like it's like routine until you get tired of it, and that's what happened to me. I crashed until I decided say I wanted to move on. Yeah, but it wasn't about any contract situation or anything. But like Ishan was saying, you need legal representation before you sign. Abroad, in the Western world, if you go to, say, a record label, say you want to sign a contract, they will ask you if you have legal representation, if you want them to get legal representation for you. But Ghana, our systems are not as strong. The foundations are a bit weak. So a lot of people are hungry. They want to get on TV. They want people to see them and enjoy the music. So they get this small chance. You know, we don't even have a lot of record labels. Right. So you get a small chance to meet, say, Richie Mensah. And then he says, oh, I want to sign you. You're not even thinking about what's on paper. All you know is that I'm at this place, they make stars. Yes, I'm at this place, they make stars, and that's it. And the women, to the way we suffer. I was saying this one time, I went to an interview, say, if a guy goes to, say, look for sponsorship. Enna. If the guy goes to look for sponsorship, and I also go and see the same person to look for sponsorship, the company owner, sorry, why? The company owner will either say yes or no to the guy, but for the girl, even if it's a yes, they want something in return. And see, girls, we really suffer. So when they get the slightest chance, they are not even thinking. Suffer with links. I didn't, and I'm lucky. I'm one of the few people who had a better, you know, time going to a record label. They were really, really professional about everything. And see, lucky for me. But at the end of the day, if you want to join any record label anywhere, you need to get legal representation. Or you cry later. You could cry later.
Wow. Not saying say it was boring there, no.
No, it wasn't boring there.
It got boring.
Yeah, it got routine. Just same place, sitting. Yeah.
Who say Yana Crawford wa dream say a member no buy mono and I went to me and you free attention to member so and I'm a quiet member me no against or Baba Quinty. You can't want to me no more share.
Yeah.
And near my Peter say or Baba come back on come to me a share near mano. Sanity and I say a man and us and also.
Oh Debbie, it wasn't like that at all. Before I left, about 2 years, I think that's when they joined, 2 years before I left. We used to travel together and do everything together. We had a lot of fun together. But me and Kasa, I had personal problems that were weighing on me. And see, I said this to you before, say Richie Cran knew about it. So we used to discuss it from time to time. Say, I even told him at a point, say, I think that the music I'll stop. And it was even before the boys came to join. And it had nothing to do with my little brothers at all. At all. It was just personal.
It was just personal.
Yeah.
However, being Uwa management has a young advantage so kakra a man we free. Some management so why buamo.
Oh yes. 100%. When I was at Links, I didn't have to touch anything that had to do with the business aspect. Mediana say when I wake up, I'm going to the studio, I'm recording, I'm training, I'm going to places to perform, and that was a lot of weight off my shoulders. And so that was like a really, really big advantage with that. But an advantage with me being on my own is say I see, I hear everything, and I make things go the way I want them to go.
Okay. Yeah. There's no surprises.
No surprises.
Oh, minim so be intina me sign. And I am quiet. They say the wow sorry I want to do.
Oh, what signing contractor? It's like say like right now I've been signed as the new ambassador for Geisha. There are things you have to do. You can't say thank you. You can't say today that you are tired. You've signed a contract. They are paying you. So yeah, you have to. Thank you. You have
I love
to
your jacket.
Thank you very much. You have to do everything they are telling you to do. You can't come today and say I'm not feeling well. You have to do it. But right now that I'm on my own, if I'm not feeling well, I can decide to chill.
I know.
Well,
they're on their own.
Yeah. No, there's nothing beats independence.
Yeah.
Say Wankasa or you being your own boss. That's the topmost feeling of any artist and I say any person would get. But let's also not negate the fact that labels are very important.
Yeah.
Labels no mandate to actually give you that financial muscle. And Miss V said we need a lot of offers are rejected because she's enjoying that freedom. And actually determining how she wants to operate. But me sure say label be banana offer no super
Oh, that's why I said that you never know.
Yeah. And you see, the reason is, capital intensive. You need money to actually go out there, record, promote, and market. And if a label comes now, or for our financial muscle, not terms no yoke here. The new artists be on jumping to say we call somebody like one of the biggest artists, or arguably the biggest artist in this world, Drake. He signed to over 10 record labels. Drake has every opportunity to say, listen, baby, I'm going to make me independent. But he still realizes that labels no need distribution. What I say? So, in as much as it is nice to have that freedom, like Miss B is having, because once you are under a contract, or provide those finances, they actually direct how you go. But so freedom is good, and that's how come we have a lot of independent labels. However, let's also admit the fact that label no because there are a lot of artists or more around that. They only hear just a push. And where would that push come from? From these labels. It is important say mama yes, let's glorify being independent, but let's also not make it so much as being under a label is a bad thing. It's never a bad thing. Yes. So let's what I say. But I like every artist be do a certain paper. So it's good to be independent. So look at the Jay-Z's, the 50 Cents, and all the rest. No? Yes, they came from labels, but they got to a point where they said, listen, let me also be independent and support others. That's how it's supposed to go. And once you're able to get to that level, then you can actually venture into other businesses. Because the music is only supposed to be a launch pad to other ventures. So Rihanna, for example, she's no more doing music. Self passion, because she's more into the fashion, the fancies, and all that stuff. Because music not only gave a certain level to branch into other stuff. So you label independent, and then you branch into other ventures. That's how we are supposed to do it.
Now that May, Miss V to team Miss V. So say one of you BBA. Share support na if na free.
Oh, I have a lot of
streaming no. And they say what do you movie around?
I have investors. Okay. I have angels around me. I call them angels because luckily for me, I have people who just genuinely want to support my work. Okay. And I've also met the ones too who if you say, oh help me, they are saying how can you also help me? And I'm not going that way.